So, welcome back one, welcome back all. I am Jason Jay Atkins, and you know what? Let's switch over to double box because check it out. That way, yeah. Camera right, my left. We do have Simon Walkland, Ass Hendrickson. How you doing, buddy?
I'm so super pumped, man. CS.
I had you so high on the desk then as well. You just completely blew up my eardrums and probably the 50 viewers we have. So here we go, game live. I'm not even sure what the friggin' score is at this point, so we're just going to jump in. Hopefully, I know we're still in the first half yet. I was told 6-4. Which way was it 6-4? Let me have a look. Where's Knocken's message gone? Here we go. 8-4 already. He doesn't tell me which way though. Thanks for that, Knocken.
Right.
Let me see if the 99 damage website updates on the fly. It does not. That's kind of a shame. So it's 8-4 to somebody. In fact, it will probably be 8-5 because I've had one more round since I connected. I would say if it's going to be 8-5 to anybody, CT side, you would think it'd be very games, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think so, but okay, I'm a little bit confused right now.
I'm hoping. Maybe if I try a retry, do you think it will sort the... No, it won't sort the scoreboard out, will it? Because it's not... Oh, it's not even E-bot, is it?
Dude,
I hate my life!
You sure this...
Okay, this is showing very games at the moment. This is obviously the wrong server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
I saw it connecting and I was like, okay, there's very games in Navi in server. It's not the game that I actually want though, is it? So yeah, GG Knocken. Sending me the wrong IP. Let me see if this IP works. I've got a link here to the actual 99 damage listing for the game. They're usually pretty good as well. It's not like they do what most CS websites do, where they just steal from hltv.org for the information. Yeah, the GoTV that I've been given for this Astana game is just dead. So it seems like the relay itself is down. That is kind of a nightmare, to be honest, considering I put so much work into the prep today. Did new overlays, all that kind of good stuff, and it eventually comes to nothing, which is a bit of a friggin' nightmare, isn't it, Walkline?
That's that kind of is what you get when you put too much preparations into casting stuff online. I mean, CS, this sort of stuff happens all the time. Games get cancelled, and this game didn't even get cancelled. It's just a problem getting a GoTV IP. It's so weird.
Yeah, it seems like it would be something of nothing. You know what I mean? If I had the direct connection, then it wouldn't be a problem. But and to be honest, it doesn't seem like it would be worthwhile jumping in on Very Games. I mean, they're already in game, and Nip have been covering it anyway. So what possible benefit would we get from that? Let's have a look. Do we have any? What's this link? I am hesitant to click it, but I'm going to click it anyway. Screw it.
Ah, no.
Okay, no, it's got WS after it. We are not clicking that shit. I was hoping that was going to be linked to an IP or something.
Did you actually push that link?
It opened a tab, but it did not load the page, so I assume this guy needs banning. There you go. Get banned, buddy. But yeah, I think that might be me done for the evening now because there's nothing else going on. Not happy. Not happy at all. I think I'm going to send an email to ESEA tomorrow. Maybe try and tie it in with Anders as well because I know he's not impressed about the GoTV relays. The thing is, they have one master. The way that the GoTV relays work is you run the master relay from the same server. So if we had the direct connection, we could jump onto the master relay. It wouldn't even need to be in game. We could just jump into the master relay, and we shouldn't see those issues. I don't know if it's running the actual, the relays that go to the public on like a 486 or over a 33.6 AOL internet fucking dial-up connection or something, but it's not cool for this level of CSGO. CSS, yeah, force of habits though. But yeah, if you want to be considered, an actual professional esports title, you need professional support. And to be quite honest, these relays and the fact that there's no coordination and no relays going up at the right places where you expect to find them, I don't think that bodes well for ESEA's European operation. And I'm going to put this in an email tomorrow. I don't know if you want to co-sign on this, Walkline.
Probably will do, yeah. And should probably talk it over with Anders as well at Nip TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not meant in a harmful way or anything. It's just cater for the casters and the different studios, and they'll have a lot better PR, basically, marketing.
It's just a huge shame because it's not even like I get that much benefit from casting ESEA. In fact, I don't get any benefit from casting ESEA at the end of the day. If anything, it costs me and my company money covering CSGO because that's time I could spend, on League of Legends or whatever. So yeah, it's not even like we're making anything from it. The only thing is, it just wastes an evening of my time if I, not just an evening, half a day as well to do the overlays and stuff. If I then turn up, I don't have anything to cover. It's like, well, what's the point in even covering your league if I can't get into your servers?
Yeah, but hopefully, as you were saying, they can provide us with different links than the public relays.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping so. I mean, but then again, I'm not holding my breath because it's not like the GoTV. It's not like this is a new issue for ESEA. Let's put it that way. I mean, the GoTV relays have been notoriously bad. They were bad all last season, and they started off this season the same way, which is kind of a shame. Especially considering that you've got games like we've had going on. I mean, Universal Soldier against the Standard Dragons, Very Games Navi US. You've got a ton of potentially great games, and Faculty are in there. But it's all going to be less enjoyable because of the GoTVs.
Yeah, it's I just can't comprehend why tournaments or pretty much any event that's being held, why are they not putting a lot of focus onto stuff like this? This is pretty much what it markets their sponsors. It's pretty much how people cover their tournaments.
So the thing is that upsets me the most about it as well is like it requires one conversation with Regnum.
Yeah.
You get onto Loic. Loic is like one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He will tell you exactly what needs doing. He might even do it for you as well. I know he's done that in the past for like heavy media and stuff. So don't be surprised, if they do get in touch with him, that you see all of a sudden those relays go superb and absolutely flawless. But I'm not holding my breath. We'll try. Is there any reason that you're so close to your webcam?
Nah, dude, I'm just bored with this shit, man. I was so pumped for the cast.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both. You know what? I think there was actually. Let's have a look. Because then Faculty are playing Copenhagen as well. Let me see if I can get in this game. Because if that is the case, we can try and salvage something from this fucking train wreck. Let's have a quick butchers. Well, that relay's up. That's a good sign. Looks like I'm loading into Dust 2 now, but probably chances are that by the time I get in, what time are we looking at now? Let's have a quick look. Okay, 21:40. So I would say chances are that by the time I get in, game will be over.
Just a little update for you guys. Navi currently in the lead, 4-2 versus Very Games on Dust 2.
I would say I would jump in and do that, but it seems pointless when I've already arranged. I've already arranged with Anders this afternoon. I was like, look, you have the bigger viewing audience, therefore you deserve the bigger game. I will cover this. If I would have known it would have led to me being screwed over like this, I'd have been like, screw you, Anders, die in a fire.
Screw you, Anders. Well, yeah, he's got the viewing numbers, but I mean, some people actually prefer listening to you or me over Anders.
Yeah,
so,
well,
I mean,
at the end of the day, choice is always a good thing. So, not that ESA are making it any easy to have choice.
True that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, your volume's dropped quite considerably. Let me see if that's something to do with Windows. It usually is.
Yes, I do get all the bitches. Just a little FYI. I can confirm.
He certainly does. He certainly does. I can vouch for that, actually. All you have to do is watch any stream that he's present at, and if they have like a static webcam, you can watch him like this, just scanning, and he's looking around. And the second he sees like anything that's blonde and has like a vagina and boobs, he's in there, man. He is class A manhole.
Just all the bitches.
I like how you looked at the camera when you addressed that. Just all the bitches. Yeah. So we're in on Copenhagen Wolves versus them Faculty. I guess we'll cover this instead. I'm gonna have quite the job editing out mine and yours ramblings about ESEA, but whatever. So here we go, game live. I don't have any of the fancy motion graphics roster rundowns because obviously they also have to be prepared beforehand. So let's give it the old-fashioned way. Copenhagen on the CT side, and as you can see, they are diffusing right now for what is going to be their 5th round. We do have Zip, Dupree, Frizz, who's tagged up as Forest Bambi for that matter, Fetish and Pimp. From Faculty, it's going to be Pronax, Glaive, RDL, Carrigan, and Killer. Killua, in fact, is going to be Spitfire. So 5-1 the scoreline. Copenhagen on the CT side on Dust 2. How do you think this looks for them right now, Walkline?
They're up against tough opponents. I mean, Copenhagen Wolves, such a solid team, solid players coming from Counter-Strike Source. It's a team filled with players that I've had a lot of experience with from before as well. Obviously, Fetish being the one that springs to mind. He's just a tactical genius, and lately he's been stepping it up individually as well. So he's killing people whilst controlling his team well. So I think, in fact, he's going to have a little bit of a hard time here.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people often overlook. The fact that Fetish does actually, he brings his A game and still manages to keep his team in line. So I have to say I've been impressed with him. In the last game we saw as well, I mean, Fetish was pretty much bang on. You'd have to say though that Carrigan at this point, he could be the counter here. He's absolutely on fire. Did you see what he did to Starix in the last game against Navi, or was you deep in the game of LoL?
I was. I catched a few rounds. It was on Inferno, and I started to cry when the GoTV relay crashed that last round. But
put it this way, Starix, he dropped 7 deaths to Carrigan before he got 1 reply. So AWP on AWP, it was 6 kills, and I think 1 was an AK as well. So Carrigan is just a beast at this point. Spitfire with the opening kill. That's going to drop Dupree in the upper B entrance. 5 on 4 now. Copenhagen on the back foot. Flashbangs going out from Pimp. AK-47 play on the double doors. Finds 1, finds 2. You have to guess if it's going to be a second kill because of these relays sometimes. Pronax and Glaive going to get retaliatory frags with the AK-47. 1-man advantage right now for M Faculty. Looking at the retake position here. They do have a chance of pushing in from both sides, don't they, Warclown?
They do indeed. It kind of is up to Zipnix coming in from T-spawn. If he will get that kill in hallways, he will. It's now down to 2v2. They need to coordinate now. That's unlucky. He's challenging without his teammate there, and it leaves Zipnix down to 1v2, and he just doesn't have the time to go for it, really, so he just tries to save his weapon towards T-spawn.
That's a smart save.
Yeah, it's a smart save, but alright. Both of them died. But in the end, I think that's a little bit bad. I have to say, Forrest Bambi, who's that player again?
It's Freeze.
Yeah, Freeze. It's a little bit unlucky. I mean, I think I saw one of them had a flashbang still, and I would like to see the flashbang being popped and both of them showing themselves towards B at the same time. But Freeze gets picked off early on, which pretty much cost them the round. I think they would have had a solid chance there if they played a little bit more coordinated.
Zip with the opening kill, Fetish with the one to follow as well. So 2 kills going the way of Copenhagen here. Let's have a look at what we've got going on. Freeze just watching cross. Let's take a peek at that overview. Glaive going down mid with the bomb. He's going to drop that bomb. Dupree with the headshot to RDL. This is not looking like it's going to be a particularly great round right now for M Faculty. This could cash reset them at this point. I'm going to see that alt pick from Carrigan though. Like I said, Carrigan on fire. He's been an absolute beast. So if there is one player who can drag M Faculty kicking and screaming to a victory, it will be Carrigan. Although Zip going to shoot him down on long. That removes the AWP, and that is not a factor for the next round. So 2 kills that round for Zip, 2 for Dupree, and that secures the 7th round for Copenhagen. Now, Copenhagen, of course, you've had quite a few games against them in the past. If they have a strength, what is it, Warclown?
It's overall team play and coordination, which sounds a little bit weird considering what we just saw in that 2v2 over at B. But, I mean, those were the 2 1.6 players, so they're a little bit uncoordinated. But I have to say, Fetish, the way he thinks and the way he understands the game, I think their biggest strength is pretty much tactics and teamwork.
Yeah, basically, you listen to what Fetish says, do what he says. If you can execute what he says, then you're going to win. Anyway, Zip with the opening kill onto RDL on A high. Second one from Fetish. Zip to follow with the USP. That's going to be the final kill from Freeze, and that secures the 8th round. So, good old-fashioned smash of the Eco Bash, and we do see an 8-2 scoreline now. Warclown, at what point do M Faculty start to sweat bullets here? Because 8-2, it's not dominated yet, but it's getting there, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think they kind of already started to sweat, because you could see it took about 4 seconds into the round before M Faculty decided to buy. So they were a little bit hesitant to buy now because not all of their teammates had enough money for all kinds of equipment. But in the end, they do have a full buy on their hands now. Even though they have a couple of Galils, they really, really need this round. And it seems as though they are heading a little bit over towards middle here to try to get an opening kill onto one of the bomb sites.
Yeah, this is one of those rounds that could very well seal the M Faculty fate in this game. And one thing that's sealed their fate more than anything so far is Zipnik's 14-4-1. Absolute beast. It's been indicative of what we've seen so far this evening. We have seen a lot of big KDRs from the opening get-go. Seems like the star players all finding the game just at around about the right point, which makes CSGO a hell of a lot more interesting. Everybody seems to be thinking about DreamHack Winter, so everybody's putting those hours in at the moment. Now, it seems like 4-1 split here. It's going to be a long split by the looks of it, Warclown. If they can get past Fetish here on long, they might be in with a chance, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I don't see Pronax going for it. Well, he might be going for it at long, but it's going to be hard against Fetish because Fetish has the positional advantage. So it's all up to his teammates over towards A here to get the opening kills onto that A bomb site, but so far it hasn't succeeded. 2 kills goes down 3.
Well, Zip going to back him up as well, takes down Carrigan, so no AWP on AWP here. And there's the 4th one from Freeze. Nice cheeky George Foreman against that fully bought up end faculty squad. And that, my friends, I think has probably just set Copenhagen up. I mean, they've already got the half victory here, but I think that's going to go a long way to securing the victory overall, isn't it?
It is indeed. That forces an eco from end faculty. And I mean, I don't see end faculty doing anything special for this eco round. They're just going to try to get some picks. I can see that they've bought a couple of pistols on their team, but they will be able to buy the next round. So they're just going to try to pick up a weapon or two. So far they're doing quite well towards middle, but let's see if they can finish it off. Glaive picks up the kill onto Dupree, but they're going to get shot down here.
Pimp holding it down for 2. Freeze shows up with that candy apple 5-7, picks up the pistol headshot, and that secures the 10th round for CPH. So Copenhagen looking pretty solid here. I'm kind of weirded out by the fact this happened last night as well. Copenhagen having the Union Jack flag. I guess it's because Jihan is from the UK, so he must have started their Steam group.
Is he still managing them?
He certainly is. He certainly is. He's doing a good job as well. He's one of the very few proactive managers who comes out of his way to talk to me. So always giving me information on rosters and things like that. Anyway, Freeze with the first kill onto RDL. Glaive going to drop Zip in retaliation though. That's an important kill if ever I saw one. Zip's KDR has now fallen. Second death of his first half. Freeze, he's going to be watching for this A high push, and that should be coming any second with those flashbangs. Pronak's going to be ready with a HE, so it's going to be down to Carrigan here, AWP on AWP. Carrigan versus Freeze, and he does secure that kill. Like I said, Carrigan a beast.
With the backstab.
Oh, this could be greasy. Doesn't really connect though. Drops it down to 4 HP, eventually secures the kill, but that could have been 2 though, couldn't it, Warclown?
Yeah, it could have been. Kind of saved by the smoke there.
Well, he does bag his second kill. It's going to be the headshot onto Spitfire, so the bomb has been planted A. HE going towards back of sight now. Fetish coming up A high. This is looking like a good retake, isn't it, Warclown?
It looks indeed like it. It's all down to Glaive here. Going to be hard for him.
Indeed it was. Proved too much of an ask, and that defusal will now come in, making it an 11-2 scoreline. Warclown, at this point, if you're on end faculty, what are you calling? Is there anything you can call? Because it seems to be down to CW's execution rather than end faculty folding, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think I would have tried to get a little bit more leeway over towards B. I mean, try to lure out some of the smokes and flashes over at B, and then just execute slowly. You walk through the tunnels, and the second they see you or start shooting at you, you just rush out. No flashes or anything. And I think that might be the way for them to get their B bombs out. Because in afterplants, Copenhagen Wolves hasn't really been playing that well over towards B for the retake.
Now, here we go. First kill going down on long, so Pronax taking down Fetish. That could prove to be a key kill. Pronax did take 90 damage in doing so, though, so 1 HE, and he will be a non-factor. Carrigan waiting patiently for this pick on B. Pre with the headshot with the M4A1, meanwhile, onto Glaive. Pimp waiting. Carrigan knows exactly where Pimp is, but he's got to wait for that smoke to clear. Does not want to miss the shot. And 4A1 peek from Zip secures the frag onto RDL on Catwalk. And the wheels seem to be falling off right now for M Faculty, despite getting that first kill onto Fetish, Warclown.
Indeed, and I'm not sure if Copenhagen Wolves knows that the bomb is dropped over at Catwalk right now. It doesn't seem like that. Wow, right. Sipnix peeks the bomb at Catwalk. And that shouldn't force Pimp to fall out from B, but instead he decides to hold it by himself. That's a little bit of a weird decision right there. They should stick together right now, and it's all down to Freeze and Sipnix. Sipnix, Soulman, covering that bomb right now.
You can see Pronax getting his flash off. Freeze going to shut him down, though. Carrigan also chopped down by Zipnix, so that crossfire proving too much to deal with on Catwalk. And that's now 12-2, so last round of the first half here. And a chance that Copenhagen, putting them faculty onto the CT side if they win pistols, could win the game off the back of pistols alone, Walkline.
Indeed, that was well played by Copenhagen Wolves at the end. I think it was a little bit weird by Pim to not fall out from B and try to just reunite with his teammates over towards middle.
Then again, ask yourself this, right? If he knew they were up a B tunnels, if he'd heard them up a B, sometimes falling out of sight can get you killed, can it? So maybe he was thinking, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold my ground and not to contradict you. I mean, chances are you were right there, and he probably should have left. But we don't know what he heard from his position, so it could have been that he might have heard something and knew that there was two coming in that he could possibly take kills on. Anyway, Dupree with the kill onto Pronax. That's the bomb down outside of Long. Free shutting down Pit as well. That's Spitfire being dropped. 3-on-1 now, and this is looking like it is going to be the last round of the half to Copenhagen. 13-2 the scoreline. Side switch now coming in. And, well, if ever a pistol round was needed by a team, this would be the one, wouldn't it?
Indeed. It's not often you see pistol rounds that are so important like this. I mean, if Faculty loses this pistol round, it's basically over for them. And they're going to be looking at it 16-2 scoreline. And that's not really a good sign, is it?
No, it's not even like it's like, you know, if you're in, say, the second round of, like, an upper bracket playoff and you're like 16-2, okay, we can deal with that. We'll play our way back up from the lower bracket. It's league play, so 16-2 in league, not exactly a great scoreline. I mean, round difference does factor in at the end of the day, doesn't it?
Yeah, it hurts a lot. And also considering they just got out from another server where they beat a 6-6 team, now being under 2-13 against Copenhagen Wolves, that must feel a little bit devastating. That's going to be hard for them to come back from, I think.
Yep, it will be a huge psychological blow. Anyway, pistol rounds for you, second half underway. So when Faculty looking to secure them here. CT side. Like Glock bias will be a factor here, I think. Looks like we do have body armor on 3 members of Copenhagen Wolves. So looks like they're going to use Freeze, Dupree, Freeze, Zip, and Pimp just to force the way in B here. There's going to be a quick push as well. As you can see, Pimp's got the spawn for it, so he's going to be able to face into platform as soon as he gets in. Going to be cut down from the side, though. RDL and Carrigan linking up for 2 headshots. Third one coming in from Carrigan. 2 kills for him. Pronax there with the backup as well. It's going to be Fetish taken down, and that was exactly what the doctor ordered there from Faculty. Managed to hold down onto B. And you think that was perhaps a little bit cocky there from Copenhagen, just charging in B like that?
Yeah, it's cocky, but I mean, we tend to see teams doing this when they only kind of need that one round to secure a victory. Most of the teams actually decide to go for pretty much a face plant push like that. Show no respect to your opponents, who's already that much behind. It really is a hard thing to deal with when just an offensive team pushes you like that when you know they've owned you for the last 13 rounds of the game. But in the end, it didn't work for them right now, but it's still hard for Faculty to get back into this game, Jay.
Well, we would call him genius if it did, but yep, as you pointed out, it did not work. Didn't work for Zip that round either, as well as he's shut down by Pronax's PP19, and that secures the 4th round for Faculty. So from this point forward, I think Faculty got to be thinking, well, technically we could still win this game, but really it's about how many runs we can get out of it now, isn't it?
Yeah, they got to take it round by round. As you were saying earlier, this is a match in a league, which means that victory doesn't mean that much. Well, obviously it means the most, but I mean the round difference it plays a huge factor when.
Oh, HE!
Shit. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought I did more damage than it could have there, but the PP19 will finish it off regardless. Zip does get 1 kill, but that's going to be. Oh, in fact, he gets 2 kills. Okay. So Zip bringing it back. That HE looked like it would have done a lot more than it did. Doesn't stop Carrigan and Spitfire picking up the final kills, though. But yeah, back to the point he was making about league play. Rounds do mean prizes at the end of the day, don't they?
Yeah, considering the current state of CSGO, which basically is any of the top teams can beat each other on a good day. So it's going to come down to round differences at the end, at least for one or two of the top placements.
Could you have seen yourself making that? Oh, nice kill from Freeze taking the glaive. Could you have seen yourself making that statement? However, about 3 months ago, any one of the top teams could take a game. I mean, that was maybe a bit longer than that. Actually, maybe more like 4 months ago, I suppose, when NIP would just come into their end of the dominant spree before they lost to Virtus. That is. I think everybody was kind of resigned to the fact that, well, CS:GO equals NIP, but that's not really the case anymore, is it?
No, I think, well, obviously it happened before DreamHack got announced, but I mean, when I saw the announcement about DreamHack, I kind of just knew that, okay, the top end of the scene is going to be so great to watch right now, because you've got the current top teams as well, but I mean, the amount of effort coming in from other teams right now as well, and sponsors getting interested as well, it's going to be a lot of stuff happening in the top end of the scene.
I was going to say there's about 30 try-hard players out there now who could potentially slot into any of those top teams. Anyway, there we go. That's going to be the round for Copenhagen. 14-5 now the scoreline. I think the way it's unfolding right now, the scene itself, we could potentially get back to the levels of professionality that we had in 1.6 if it maintains. I mean, CSS had that period with CGS, and then a couple of events after that. Where you did have close to that 1.6 level of professionality, but not quite. Here we go. 5th round of the second half underway. Famaskill coming in from Pronax to start the round off. That's going to shut Fetish down. But shutting Jimmy down like that, it doesn't necessarily mean he's not a factor in the game, does it? Because he still gets the call. Yeah,
and he gets the call on... It's going to be easier for him to control his team. He's got full overview now of his teammates, and it might... It sounds weird, but I mean, if someone in the team should die, it should be Fetish, because he can then just control the game a lot more efficient.
Yep, it means that he's not worried about making headshots. He's more worried about enabling headshots. Anyway, Dupree, and who was the second kill? I can't see because of flash. Dupree again. RDL and Pimp exchanging 2. Dupree dropped. RDL dropped by Pimp. That does mean that B is now open. We are going to see Glaive pushing through into CT spawn. He's going to be opened up on by the AK of Pimp. HE to follow it up as well. That's not going to get the kill, but it's going to put him on blast that they know exactly where he is. Bomb does go down on B now. 3 on 2. Glaive and Spitfire on the retake. Are they going to go for this? Yep, they are. Warclown, do you think they can do this?
Yeah, I think they can. They're coordinated fine outside of B, so they can go in as a unit. But it's going to be hard. They've got Crossfire set up in B. Just hope Sipnix won't come out of tunnels in time. In fact, he does come out. It's down to 1v2 now. It's going to be hard for him. In fact, it does not pick up that round. That means 15-5 for Copenhagen Wolves, and they just need one more round to secure the game. Yep,
game point indeed. Let's take a look at that scoreboard for the first half. Pronax in first place, 8-1 and 3 on M Faculty. But the real story, I have to say, is between Freese and Dupree here, considering they lost pistols, the 4-0 and 4 neutral KDRs. Considering there are only 6 rounds, well, this is the 6th round now. That's pretty impressive to say the least. So, Optag's missed. Freese will have called at least one cross there because I saw that, so he will have. It seems like we have seen a lot of prep over towards long. That's going to be the AK kill from Fetish onto Glaive. 1-man advantage. This could be pressed into the final point for victory. Spitfire does pick up 1 frag onto Pimp with the Deagle headshot, but this could be a case of too little too late here. It is a full eco as well for M Faculty. 1 more Deagle in play, a P250 and 2 USPs to remove, and that will be the game. Dupree and company slowing it right down on long. They got an idea that HE might get a kill here. Shove a shot. If he would have gone for cross, that would have been a kill for sure. So Spitfire going to pull back a little bit deeper. Warclown, 4 on 4. Good positioning by Spitfire here, but he's going to get chopped down, isn't he?
Well, I'm a little bit afraid of RDL coming in from behind there on long. He's going to be able to kill 4 people right now if he's playing it out correctly.
That's 2. And that did enable the kill on all 4 of them, so good call there from Warclown. I didn't even spot that myself. Zipnix with 2 AK kills, but not enough to get the job done. And that is going to maintain game point, 15-6 now.
Now let's see if that gives them the motivation to keep pressing, keep picking up rounds, and just try to have a little bit less of a round difference here up against Copenhagen Wolves. But for some reason, Jay, I got a feeling that Copenhagen Wolves will just stomp this round straight away.
Yeah, it does seem like, the way the game's been going. Has Freeze just disconnected? Or was that GoTV like? Let me try and jump back on him. He might have timed here. That could be a factor. Maybe he's just going to AFK. We'll find out in a sec. No, there we go. He just went AFK for a second. So No free kill here for M Faculty. In fact, exactly the opposite. Pimp going to drop Spitfire to start off the round. And this does not bode well for the Swedes. That HE's going to do damage too. A little bit to Pronax. Pronax managed to get out of the way of that. Carrigan holding down on long. Carrigan hasn't been allowed to strut his stuff though. He's not really built up a bank balance yet, has he, Walklon?
Nah, that's the thing right now. There's really no one on the server right now with money except for RDL. So I mean, if in Faculty pick up this round, I think Copenhagen Wolves is forced onto another eco, and that means the round deficit is pretty much going to go closer and closer to zero here. And I haven't checked out the league table. Do you know how M Faculty is placed right now?
I couldn't tell you about M Faculty. You know what? I could pull it up real quick, but I'll save that until after the game. We'll take a look at it. RDL and Pronax with kills quickly. Zip going to reply. 3 on B. Here we go. Push coming in. Pronax with his second and third kill, and Carrigan secures the last one to Dupree. So we do see M Faculty living to fight another day. You know what? I'm going to tab out right now, and I'm going to pull up the scoreboard. So sorry, the table, I should say. Let's have a look. We've got Very Games in first. Copenhagen currently sat in second, 2-1 and 0. Where are M Faculty? M Faculty, this is their first game technically, so wherever they finish after this, they could, theoretically, they would still be above Astana and Ents. So, because Astana and Ents have both lost 2. And I think probably Astana will, my prediction is they will lose to Universal Soldiers as well, so. Anyway. 8th round of the game now. Sorry, 8th round of the second half now underway. 15 rounds on the board for Copenhagen. So any moment this game could end here, Walklout. But this is an eco, isn't it?
Oh, but then all 5 people pushed out in mid, Jay, and no one's seen it. They're now just entering the side. But once again, Pronax is fucking key into stopping the push getting in onto the side. He gets an ace. Wow.
Ace on the eco bash. He spotted that coming. He peeked out towards mid. He got a flashbang off, and he was like, "Oh, all 5 of you. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna hold a tight angle here and let you pop up 1 through 1 in window." That was kind of special play by Copenhagen. I mean, they knew it was an eco though, so I guarantee you they didn't put much stock into that round, especially being at game point. I mean, what do ecos matter when you've already got 15 on the board, Simon?
Well, that's true. It's pretty much. It's a round you don't really care a lot about because you kind of know you're still going to win this game, so you just want to get that eco round over with. But I have to point out that Pronax is playing really well now for M Faculty. That's let's ignore the eco ace, but the previous round as well, he picked up 3 kills there onto the B bomb site. So if they keep this up, we might even see a draw here, Jay.
It's a possibility. I mean, it's a possibility. They would need to pick up 7 rounds on the trot here, but I've seen stranger things happen in esports before. Although I would say with the way that Copenhagen have been playing, it's not impossible, but it is highly improbable. So 1-man advantage right now for M Faculty in another gun round. What would you say would be an actual respectable scoreline from M Faculty here? I mean, considering that they had that disastrous first half.
I have to say, if they get 2 more rounds and it boils down to a 16-10 victory for Copenhagen Wolves, I think M Faculty should kind of be happy with that result. But in the end, you're never going to be happy with the loss, are you? So,
you should never be happy with a loss, yeah. But I mean, 16-10 for me would be the best of bad situation. I could always look on the bright side on that front because the first half. What was the scoreline in the first half? Was it 13-2?
13-2.
Yeah, 13-2. So to be at 15-9 now, that's pretty shows resilience at least anyway. Shows that they're not willing to just fold under the pressure and give up pistols and be like, yeah, fuck it.
And that previous round as well, M Faculty winning the round with 4 players remaining as well. That's great by M Faculty. They're building up a solid bank account right now. In the end, that doesn't really matter because the second they lose the round, Jay, the game's over. But let's see, the push is on too long. It's all about fetish now. Can they pick off Carrigan on long?
Well, Carrigan caught between a rock and a hard place on long, that. That does mean that Fetish now has an AWP to play with. 3-on-2, bomb ticking as well. After plant in favour of Copenhagen Wolves. RDL does have a HE to work with. He's going to get that off. Finds himself in a 3-on-1. Do you think he can do this here? I mean, there's no point in saving, is there? It's game point, so he's going to commit to it, isn't he?
Yeah, there's not the slightest of chances. Why is he saving? Oh no, okay. Uh,
I'll just say it would be a special save. It's like, yeah, I'm going to take this to the next game with me.
sorry, I have to. I have to admit, I was watching the stream. So
Okay.
I saw that really delayed, Jay.
Ah.
Oh God, I'm tired. I'm sorry.
I know the quality of my stream is good, but it's not that good, dude. So, we're going to close it up for the evening, though. We're going to have a little bit of discussion. Let's have a look at that table real quick, and let's get Walkland's expert predictions here. Walkland, obviously, in fact, I'm going to send you the link to the table so you can see it yourself.
Great.
Where are you? Here we go. There you go, my friend. So, as it stands right now, Very Games in first place, and you'd say they're probably going to pick up a third victory tonight as well, the form that they're on. Copenhagen Wolves, let me see if this is actually refreshed real quick. It has, so yeah, there you go. That's one thing I really do like about ESEA, the way that the actual stand-ins work. It seems like they've got some kind of plugin that's plugged into the actual servers, so yeah, that's quite nice. So we do see Copenhagen currently top. They have played an extra game over everybody else, though, so 1-3, lost 1. We do see in fact, they got 2 games in hand over Very Games, because Very Games' game against Navi is still ongoing, apparently. But I do actually perceive Very Games winning that quite handily as well from what I saw from Navi before. They don't look as good as I was hoping, to be quite honest. I was thinking that maybe off the back of the last 2 weeks that they've been performing well, that they were going to maintain that. But it's that Navi curse again in CS:GO. They seem so inconsistent, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, when they play well, they play so well, Jay. I mean, when they play at the top of their level, or pretty much what they can do, I think they can beat NIP straight up in in any kind of tournament, online or offline. But it's like you're saying, they're really inconsistent. I mean, one day they'll beat NIP, the second day they'll lose to some mid-tier team. So I don't really, I don't know. Standard Dragons Navi needs to find something. Actually, so do Astana Dragons.
Yeah, they do, actually. I mean, Astana right now in 5th. They've picked up the first victory. So I guess, did they beat Universal Soldiers tonight? It looks that way. Let me just check hltv.org real quick. Do you know what? Let's put the double box back up so you can see the beautiful Walkland. Once I check hltv.org, bear with me 1 second. It's 14-11 right now to Very Games, so Very Games looking like they are going to skew the 3 points from that game. Yeah, Astana did beat Universal Soldiers, so my prediction completely shot to pieces. 16-13, so relatively close game. Kind of a shame we didn't get to cover that one instead, Walkland.
Yeah, that's true. Goddamn relays, man.
What can you do? I guess beggars can't be choosers at the end of the day, and we just have to take what we're given. But I will try and remedy that. I will try and put it together an email with hopefully a couple of casters, not just myself, because that just seems like I'm being petty and bitching about it. But it's issues that need resolving. I mean, if we want a healthy scene, if we want to get people interested in the scene, you've got to provide them coverage that's watchable at the end of the day. And to be quite honest, especially in the second game this evening, the GoTV relays were just dog shit. So I will be having a word with potentially Torble. I'm sure that Craig Levine won't want to get involved in it. He'll pass it off to somebody else, but I will drop him the email and he can forward it onto the appropriate party over at ESEA. Walkland, you got anything you want to say before we close it up for the evening, buddy?
I love every single one of the viewers right now so much that I want you to follow me on Twitter.
All right, you can see just down there, that's his details. So at the Walkland. You can also follow me. I will pull up my social video now. Of course, on Twitter, I am at Jason_Atkins. That's the place to keep in touch with everything that I'm doing here at GameSports. So if you want to find out when I'm casting, that's the place to go. You can also follow on Twitch. You're already on the page, so why not? Just give me a like. And, of course, YouTube for all the VODs. That is GameSports Network. The VODs go up in under 12 hours, so you can check those out at your leisure. It's content that you control. It's at your fingertips 24/7. All those different ways of socially following me. Feel free to take your pick, whichever one you prefer. Walkland, thank you for joining me this evening, buddy. It's been my pleasure to have you on to co-cast with me. Huge thank you to you, the viewers, of course, because without you, I'd be talking to a camera. I'd still probably cast, but yeah, it'd be somewhat pointless. So, huge thank you to the guys who actually tuned in. Hopefully, we can get these numbers up over time. And a massive thank you from GameSports. So, from me and everybody at GameSports, good night.